Hello, everyone. Welcome to SportsKhabri. Arun Food, Curious Harry, and Indian Food and Football. We're here to review the AFC Champions League game that Mumbai just played against Navbahor. Guys, Arunava, you're here with us, the Mumbai City fan, if I may call you. Of course, you worked with them in the past, so I think it's only fair to call you a Mumbai City fan. First thoughts from this game, I know, because there were a few crucial moments that we'll touch upon, obviously. But overall, what did you make of Mumbai's performance in this game?
What impressed me is that Mumbai, from the start, except a period of about 15 minutes in the second half, played their natural game. They went to Uzbekistan, and even against an opponent like Navbahor, they played their natural game of trying to control the game, playing football. Um, that looked good. And in the
Yeah.
first half, they looked better. And I was actually positively surprised. Akshat and I joined Hiren on his channel, Curious Harry, where he was doing a watch along, and I was impressed. But I think the most crucial moment of that was just before halftime, that penalty that Mumbai City got, handball, um, and Greg Stewart couldn't put it in. Good save by the keeper. And Navbahor looked a different side in the second half. And then they scored an exceptional goal. I still have to look up the name of the player. Sorry for that. Jamshid Iskanderov. That was a world-class goal.
Oh,
That
what a
is,
beauty.
that was a rocket. And that changed the game completely. It changed it 180 degrees. Navbahor were all over Mumbai City, and you could fear that if Mumbai City don't hold together, this can be 4-5-6. They scored a second, a good goal. Uston Urunov in the middle, and Jasurbek Yashi
Yes,
Boev with the second one. It was sort of done. Mumbai City came back. They conceded a late goal. But again, you saw in the second half, and we were discussing it in that live, you saw the difference between Indian club football and Uzbek club football. We've seen it. Mohun Bagan has been thrashed by Nasaf in the past in the AFC Cup. And this is a Mumbai City side which had 5 and then towards the end 6 foreigners. And the difference was not the foreigners. The difference were the Indian players compared to the Uzbek players. Our players looked average and okay. Some of these Uzbek looked really, really good, and that was sort of the worry for me. If I look at this team, I mean, Iskanderov is a national team player of Uzbekistan, and I was thinking about the Asian Cup, and you got Shumi Rodov, who plays in Italy for Cagliari, who's their sort of star player. That Uzbekistan will be a tough nut for us to crack in the Asian Cup. And
yeah.
that, again, was a reality check. But again, if Mumbai City score the first, who knows? And this is the problem. Mumbai City, first game against Nasaji. Mumbai City in the second game today against Navbahor. It looked similar because Mumbai City controlled the game, had control of the ball, but in the end, the quality and also the class in the final third, or not even in the final third because they took long range attempts, won it for Navbahor.
Yeah.
But I have a
Yeah.
question for all four of you. Did Mumbai City manage to really control Navbahor in the first half, or was it more of a strategic choice by Navbahor to play the way they did in the first half? Um, give that false hope to Mumbai City and then attack in the second half.
I think Mumbai played pretty well in the first half. To be honest, I think they controlled the game. They did have a lot of the ball. Apuya was brilliant for me, I thought, on the day. And when you try to play against a low block, you have to take the small chances that come your way. And Greg Stewart, that penalty miss, I again, like, I'm only going to speak about the penalties I've seen Greg Stewart take. He missed one against Gurpreet against PFC in the semi-final of the ISL last year, and it was a very similar penalty when he didn't really dispatch. Like, he wasn't. He's just like, yeah, okay, I'm just going to stroke it in. It wasn't hit with real conviction, and when you take such penalties and you miss them, you're always going to be in the firing line. And I think that chance really kind of made the difference in the game. If Mumbai scored that, they could sit back in the second half, hit on the counter, and play. And unfortunately, that didn't happen. They had to go and go at it again in the second half, and yeah, got hit on the counter.
Shayan?
I think I was very surprised by Mumbai how they played in the first half. They played really well, and I think, as correctly said by Unauda and Rahul, that that penalty, if they would have taken that penalty, I think game would have been totally different, because that would have given them that space to defend well, and would help them to break on counter. But this team, Navbahor team in the second half looked a very different team in the second half. They were all over the place, and who knows? I think we could have considered more goals that in that ways. But a few of the players, as Unauda was saying, Jamshid Iskarnodrov, Jasur Bek, I think the goalkeeper Utkir Ishudu, who actually he saved a very good penalty today. So all these three are basically national team players of Uzbekistan national team. So that shows that this team, as the Uzbekistan national team, will be playing against them in Asian Cup. So it will be very tough, and we have to accept. Yesterday in the live also we have discussed that Mumbai's Indian football, club football standard, and Uzbekistan club football standard is very different. And if you remember last 2 years back, I think one of my friends is saying that if Mohan Bagan would have played the championship, it would have been better. But I should remind him that 2 years back, 6-0 thrashing against FC Nasaf. So it's very easy to say when the another team loses from your country. But I know the standard of Uzbekistan national team and the club standard is quite high, and it is very difficult for any Indian club. Mark my word, any Indian club to beat, because if you see India yesterday, Mohun Bagan was scrambled to a win against Majia with our Maldives club. So Uzbekistan and Maldives class is very different. So I think Mumbai City FC has done what they could have. If they could have scored that penalty, nothing like it. But these things happen, and some of the days doesn't go your way. But we should be happy with the way they played in the away game against Navbahor. I think we should be happy.
Hiren, 30 minutes since we ended the previous live. Uh, Now you've gotten some time to process the game. Your thoughts?
For me, I think they allowed Mumbai to play like that. I don't think so. If they come, the intent which they come in the second half, in the first 15 minutes, I think if they bring that intent in the first half, then game was over in first half for me. I think that's the reality. And यहाँ पे कोई बोल रहा है कि भाई we always win hearts because हम उसी moments में खुश हो जाते हैं. That's why we win hearts because reality वो नहीं होती है. And आप देखिए आपको पेनल्टी मिली थी, you should be converted that penalty. एंड हाइंड साइड पे हम कुछ भी बोल सकते हैं कि पेनल्टी कन्वर्ट हो जाता है, ये हो जाता, लेकिन क्वालिटी आप देखिए देयर वाज अ क्लियर डिफरेंस. फर्स्ट हाफ में भी आप देखिए मुंबई सिटी अच्छा खेली, नो डाउट अबाउट दैट, लेकिन जब भी उनके पास बॉल आ रहा था तो ऐसा तो नहीं हो रहा था कि हम यहाँ पे मुंबई सिटी उनको इजीली रोक पा रही थी. जब जितनी बार उनके पास फर्स्ट हाफ में बॉल आया है, दे आर इन दी मुंबई सिटी फाइनल थर्ड. सो दैट शोज देयर क्वालिटी कि वो जैसे उनके पास बॉल आता है, आपके प्लेयर्स क्या बोलते कि एबल नहीं, क्या बोलते कि उतने वो नहीं है सक्षम कि उसको रोक पा रहे हैं. सो वहां पे क्वालिटी डिफरेंस 100%. एंड जो भी लोग बोल रहे कि मोहन बगान आता तो ये होता, ये सारी चीजें हाइंडसाइट में है. एंड ये इंडियन क्लब लेवल का मुंबई सिटी मोहन बगान आदि टॉप साइड की जो दिखा देता है कि भाई इंडियन फुटबॉल का क्लब किस लेवल पे है. एंड ये फेल हो गए, इसका मतलब है कि आप मान के चले कि आपको इंप्रूव करने की जरूरत है. इसको नेगेटिव में ना लेके इसको ये लेना चाहिए कि भाई हम इंप्रूव कैसे करें, हमारी क्लब स्ट्रक्चर है उसको. एंड आई थिंक मेरे को एक जो बढ़िया बात लगी कि नो डाउट उज्बेकिस्तान की इस जो नवबहर ने हमको हरा दिया, लेकिन आई थिंक एक आइडिया मिला क्योंकि उज्बेकिस्तान हमें एशियन कप में मिलने वाली है, तो एक आइडिया मिला कि हाँ भाई किस टीम के साथ आप क्या किस तरह की फुटबॉल आपको खेलना सामने क्या बोलते कि देखने को मिलेगी. सो यू हैव टू बी प्रिपेयर. मतलब क्योंकि काफी सारे लोगों को ये होप लग रहा है कि भाई चलो ऑस्ट्रेलिया के सामने हम हार जाएंगे, लेकिन उज्बेकिस्तान के सामने अगर ड्रॉ निकाल लिया, सो ड्रॉ भी नॉट ऑन द कार्ड्स, सिंपल एज दैट. देयर इज ए मतलब आप क्या बोलते कि रिस्पेक्टेड स्कोर लाइन के लिए तरफ देखो, वही आई थिंक बेटर रहेगा जिस तरह की क्वालिटी है. एंड दे शोज मतलब कि कितना हमें इंप्रूवमेंट की जरूरत है. एंड आई थिंक रियलिटी चेक है रादर देन टेकिंग इट एज अ नेगेटिव. आई थिंक ये देखना चाहिए कि हमें देयर आर लॉट ऑफ एरियाज कि जहाँ पे हमें इंप्रूव करने की जरूरत है. क्योंकि देखिए हम क्या मानते हैं कि चांगते इज अवर बेस्ट विंगर, आकाश मिश्रा इज अवर बेस्ट लेफ्ट बैक, अपुया इज अवर बेस्ट मिडफील्डर. लेकिन अगर हमारे बेस्ट प्लेयर भी अगर आप देखें कि इनके सामने मतलब क्या बोलते कि जिस लेवल पे दिख रहे थे, तो उसका मतलब है कि आपको कितना इंप्रूव की जरूरत है वो देखना चाहिए रादर देन मतलब एप्रिसिएशन तो देखिए हम करते ही है हमारे प्लेयरों का. आई थिंक हम 90 क्या बोलते कि आउट ऑफ 100 टाइम्स 90 टाइम्स वी एप्रिशिएट अवर प्लेयर्स, चाहे हम अच्छी छोटी टीम के सामने भी अच्छा कर ले या फिर बड़ी टीम के सामने भी. तो आई थिंक जो 10 टाइम्स है थोड़ा सा वो भी आई थिंक मेरे को लगता है कि हमें डिस्कस करना चाहिए कि किस तरह से हमारे प्लेयरों की और क्वालिटी बढ़नी चाहिए. क्योंकि अब देखिए अगर इसी लेवल पे वो खेलते रहे आईएसएल में तो आई डोंट थिंक सो कि हम हर वक्त फिर हम वही बोलते रहेंगे कि ये इम्प्रूव करने की जरूरत है, वो इम्प्रूव करने की जरूरत है। तो रादर देन बाद में बात करने से आई थिंक अभी अच्छा है कि आई थिंक हमें एक रियलिटी चेक मिला है कि कहाँ हम लैग कर रहे हैं इन टर्म्स ऑफ द लीग स्ट्रक्चर।
Very well said, Hiren. और anyway आगे बढ़ने के लिए we need to discuss the points that we are lacking on. अगर हम सिर्फ false तारीफें या motivation ही देते रहेंगे तो there's no way that we can improve. Rahul, Shine, Arma, Harry, players according to you that stood out from Mumbai City side in today's match.
I already mentioned Apuya for me.
Apuya was one. I think Yuel Fanif. I think we didn't see much of him. Royston Griffiths was solid. Tiri had his moments. I think that defensive unit. Akash Mishra was struggling, I felt. Didn't have his best day. Mehtab Singh, decent day, but again the second one, he he was toyed around with. If I go more attacking, Rex Stewart, not his best day, not even taking the penalty in. I love the energy of Vikram Pratap, and that's him, right? He's not scared of anyone. He goes into 1-on-1, he goes here, he goes there, not scared, gives his everything. That is one. Changte did have his moments, but again, was not. The question is, how do you utilize Changte when you put him back onto the left, right? I feel at the moment he's stronger on the right. And Pereira Diaz tried all his best, but those defenders at the back line for Navbahor were just too strong. And Al Khayati came in. Again, Al Khayati, you see, still needs a little bit of time to settle in, and you realize that this is a different standard than what you normally play in the ISL. But overall, I think Bipin Singh brought some new energy in. I felt Bipin Singh after, I think he's received quite a bit of criticism in the recent past. But again, I think overall they tried their best. But you have to realize that this Navbahor was in the end a much, much stronger unit than what you normally play.
Do you guys think like there was a bit of lack of cohesion on the left hand side? Changte and Akash Mishra, there are a couple of overhit passes. They're not on the same wavelength, kind of.
Akash hasn't settled into Mumbai City FC so far, I feel. I think Akash Mishra has not been the Akash Mishra that he's used to. He's playing a little bit different from what he's used to. That's one. And again, and I felt Changte was not comfortable on that side. I had said yesterday I would have preferred Al Khayati and Changte as a combination, even though Vikram played a good game. But I feel on those wings, maybe it makes more sense. Because you're shifting Changte around, and I think at the moment Changte is stronger on the right than he's on the left. So therefore, I think that's the and that's the point. But otherwise, I think you can't blame them much because again, you played against the side. Again, you dominated possession, but again, this also proves a point that dominating possession has no value in the end when the opponent has 5 chances and scores 3 goals. That's the difference. And again, I would have loved to have seen this match if Mumbai City had actually gone ahead 1-0. That would have been a very exciting second half, because then the dynamics are totally different. Navbahor is suddenly under pressure. How do they react under pressure? And this is something, this is a higher level and it's very, very close. But again, Mumbai City, the door had opened a little bit and you just have to walk through it and then take a lead. But yeah, it didn't happen.
Aditya bhai, I don't agree with that कि foreigners are quite aged for Mumbai City. I think आप देखिए Tiri Griffiths were solid in back. Yuval Knife is brilliant in midfield. Greg Stewart only that penalty miss, otherwise he was क्या बोलते हैं कि sole creator of the मुंबई सिटी जो भी हो रहा था उसका मतलब उसका काफी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल रह रहा था। और क्या बोलते हैं कि होरे परेरा डियास को तो डिलीवरी नहीं मिल रही थी, तो उसका मतलब क्या ही मतलब आप कर सकते थे। तो आई थिंक द इश्यू विद इज इंडियन प्लेयर्स को अपनी जो क्वालिटी है वो बढ़ाने की जरूरत है। एंड आई थिंक द मेन इश्यू जो मेरे को लगा कि हमारे जो प्लेयरों की जो डिसीजन मेकिंग है कि जब हाई प्रेसिंग होता है उनके ऊपर और जब गेम का पेस बढ़ जाता है तो वो मतलब वो कंफर्टेबल ही नहीं होते कि फटाफट वो डिसीजन बनाए या फिर जो क्विक पासिंग होनी चाहिए, आई थिंक वो नहीं हो पाती। एंड दैट्स द इशू आई थिंक विथ आईएसएल आल्सो. आईएसएल में हम लोग अब देखिए काफी स्लो पेस गेम चलता है कि जहाँ पे एक आपको मौका भी मिल जाता है, यू टेक द टच, यू सी अराउंड एंड देन यू पास. यहाँ पे आपको जैसे ही बॉल आया पैर पे, उससे पहले आपको डिसीजन बना देना है कि भाई कहाँ पे मेरे को पास करना है. यू डोंट हैव अ टाइम टू कि भाई ये होना है वो होना है, नहीं तो भाई बॉल बॉल छिन जाएगा. तो वो वाली चीज है. तो आई थिंक वो मेरे को लगता है कि इंडियन प्लेयरों की क्वालिटी थोड़ी सी अभी भी इंप्रूव करने की जरूरत है रादर देन की फॉरेन. क्योंकि फॉरेनर तो आप कभी भी चेंज कर दोगे. अगर आपको लग रहा है कि ये नहीं है तो आप फॉरेनर तो कोई भी ला सकते हो. लेकिन मेन इश्यू विद इंडियन प्लेयर्स, आप इंडियन प्लेयर्स तो चेंज नहीं कर सकते ना. जो आपको 5 इंडियन प्लेयर्स खिलाने हैं वो तो आपको क्वालिटी लाने ही पड़ेंगे कैसे भी करके.
Correct.
Yeah, Bhanjov is saying we won't pick up, Mumbai City won't pick up any points like this if they keep playing like this. Shayan Akshta, it doesn't get easier because they play Al Hilal next. Expectations for that one, Shayan?
See, I have a very realistic approach to every game they play, and I'll say if they are able to play to their potential, I think 1 or 2 goals here and there will happen. So they are too much ahead. If you see the national team's ranking and our team rankings, not only the ranking, the standard, the club standard, the infrastructure, everything, we are far behind from where they are. So expecting result out of those games are, I think, that is something living in a fool's paradise. So we should
But
understand that this is
rather than expecting result, we have to see as an opportunity to play like such a
yes,
team
yes,
and see कि भाई
yes.
हम कहाँ पे लैग कर रहे हैं. That's the आपका
हाँ,
mindset वो होना चाहिए. Rather than आपकी
correct.
आप देखिए नवबोर के सामने भी हम एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे थे अवे में जाके हरा देंगे. तो उससे
हाँ,
बेटर ये देखो ना कि आपके प्लेयर जैसे टॉप प्लेयर आपने आपके खेल लिए नेशनल टीम में भी जो खेलते हैं अपुया, चांगते,
correct.
आकाश मिश्रा. अब उनकी क्वालिटी आपको पता चल गई कि भाई बड़ी टीम के सामने या फिर अच्छी क्वालिटी प्लेयर्स के सामने इतनी है. तो आपको एग्जैक्टली पता चल गया ना कि यहाँ पे वेयर यू नीड टू इम्प्रूव, कहाँ पे आपको इम्प्रूवमेंट करने की जरूरत है. तो उसके ऊपर काम करिए ना. रादर देन आप रिजल्ट तो आपको पता ही है कि आप क्वालिटी टीम के सामने अभी खेलोगे तो आप 10 में
हाँ.
से एक आध मैच कभी निकाल लोगे, अदरवाइज 9
But
मैच तो आप
but
हारने ही वाले हो.
but क्या है ना, because we of late has we of late have become no, we think that we can compete with any team in Asia, and that's a big problem, big worry, I think, which I think the who follows Indian football for long, they will understand this, that we are far behind with the teams who are in top 6, and this is a reality check for us, and we should अंडरस्टैंड. और आपने सही बताया, इसको समझ के हमको आगे बढ़ना है, राइट. हम लोग इसको एक अच्छा अपॉर्चुनिटी है, अच्छे प्लेयर के साथ खेल रहे हैं. एंड आप जिस दोनों प्लेयर के नाम बताए, आई थिंक बोथ ऑफ देम, अपुया एंड चांगते. अपुया हैड अ वेरी डिसेंट गेम टुडे. आई थिंक ही डिड वेरी गुड, एंड चांगते आल्सो आई थिंक नॉट बैड. इनफैक्ट अगर मेरे को आप पूछिएगा फॉरेनर्स में, मेरे को रॉस्टन ग्रिफिथ्स काफी इंप्रेसिव लगा. आकाश मिस्टर समवॉट आई थॉट was off color today, and Greg Stewart also. Greg Stewart को इससे बेटर एक्सपेक्ट करता तो ग्रेग स्टीवर्ट जैसे प्लेयर से, बिकॉज ही इज अ वेरी गुड प्लेयर. विक्रम प्रताप सिंह इन द, आई थिंक he did his best, and that is the best he could do there. So there are good signs also. They are trying to do their best, and away match against Navbahor did play a very good game against Al Hilal last game when they play in the AFC Championship. So the standard is quite up there. So if you are able to compete with them, I think against Al Hilal, I think that's realistic. And who knows, on a given day, who would have known that if that goal would have gone, if the penalty would have scored by Greg Stewart, anything could have happened after that. So
बेस्ट बेस्ट चीज सैन भाई एक मैं लास्ट पॉइंट बता देता हूँ. बेस्ट चीज एक तो हमको पता चल गया, अगर हम एज ए फैन बता रहे हैं कि आपको आईएसएल का पेस बढ़ाने की जो भी आपको जरूरत है, तो आई थिंक उसके ऊपर तो अब काम होना चाहिए ना. रादर देन टॉकिंग की भी नेक्स्ट ईयर भी हम वही बात कर रहे होंगे और उसके नेक्स्ट ईयर भी हमें वही बात कर रहे होंगे. तो आपको जो हमको फैन को दिख रहा है वो आई थिंक जो स्टेक होल्डर्स जो दिख रहा होगा कि हाँ भाई कहाँ पे इंडियन फुटबॉल अभी लैग कर रहा है, उसके ऊपर काम करेगा तो आप अब नेक्स्ट ईयर थोड़ा सा हम देखेंगे कि हाँ भाई इंप्रूवमेंट हुआ है.
देखिए, it's a
But
good
approach
No,
will
opportunity.
no. Your problem is a different one. The work cannot start with the senior players. Your work starts with the kids. और
Yes,
वो
sir.
रिजल्ट 10-15 साल के बाद
हाँ.
आएगा. That is your real problem. Do you think you can make Mehtab Singh faster or make this player this player? No, you can't. You can maybe get 5%, 10% out of the players.
Correct.
And this
That's
is
true.
this is our problem. This is a problem, right? So we need to see, and these kind of matches are very, very important for Indian football because it gives you a reality check. One of your best clubs in the league is playing against a top Asian level side, and your weaknesses were exposed. What was our weaknesses at the end of the day? Finishing.
Finishing.
Biggest problem, right? It's a problem in the national team. It's a problem in the club football. And again, Jorge Pereira Diaz is a top striker in the ISL. But you saw today how they really did not give him a chance. They always blocked him out. There was always a man there, right?
Marking the
Greg
cheeky.
Stewart can't do his trickery. You saw in those first around the 50-minute mark when Navbahor increased the pace. They were struggling. All of them, trying to get back. They were just trying to clear the ball. It was this 10-minute phase where I was really worried for Mumbai City FC. Navbahor again put the foot off the pedal. But Roshan, I wouldn't say that. Navbahor is number 2 in the Uzbek league. So number 2 in the Uzbek league for me is a top team, right?
Top team. हाँ वो top ही है वो तो
And that's the problem. Again, we should not underestimate. Nasaji might not be a top Iranian team, but every Iranian player is better than every Indian player. Every Uzbek player is better than every Indian player if you took position to position. That is our problem. And this is the reality, right? And yeah, we need to realize that of whatever people are saying, because Mumbai City did what they do, and this is what I liked. Mumbai City didn't go there and say, "Listen, what? I'll fall back and defend." If you fall back and defend, most probably you get 5-6. You tried to play. You took the game to the opponent in the first half. You even had the chance with the penalty, 1 or 2 other half chances, and that's the sad, but yeah, but sad on one side, but that's the reality of football where we stand. We all would like Indian clubs to be able to challenge in these kind of competitions, but that's the reality. And again, we saw yesterday Mohun Bagan scrambled an injury time goal to beat Masia. Odisha lost in Bangladesh. That's a real competition. We should be beating them day in, day out. Home and away, it does not matter. South Asian opposition should not be opposition for us. It is opposition for us. This is everybody around us. Everybody around us is improving. We are improving, yes, 100%. But everybody around us is as well improving. If we take one step forward, others are taking 2, 3, 4. Vietnam is a prime example. We went to Vietnam and won the LG Cup in 2002. 3-2 with an Abhishek Yadav goal. What did we do last year in Vietnam? Right? So
3-0.
Again, that's the reality. And this is something which we have to accept and we have to work around. And again, people say, oh, under 17s this, and I saw the under 17 this year in Germany. I wasn't impressed. I've seen much better teams at the under 17 level. So are we creating the structures to develop talent? That is something which we need to work on. Our youth structure, the kids need the coaching. To me, is the most coaching and exposure in regard to matches at a local, at a state level. We are focusing too much at national level. We need to get as many kids as possible. We need millions of kids to play. As many kids, and then filter them through to the system. And that is not what is happening.
But now 2 matches are done in the AFC Champions League for Mumbai City. Bottom of the table, -5 goal difference. How will the approach going forward change in the tournament for the club? It's a common, everybody over here has also accepted the fact that we are nowhere when it comes to the other clubs in Asia. So at least we are aware of where we stand. But this can still be used as a good learning opportunity. How will the approach change?
I think for me, I slightly disagree with the narrative that we're carrying forward in this podcast. I think Mumbai today it looked to me like they had a chance to win. If Mumbai won today, if that penalty goes away, it's a completely different game. I know it's hindsight. I know we're like, oh, okay, if it had gone in, if all of that. But the chance was there, which means that it is a realistic thought to have. Oh, okay, we can probably go away and beat them because the chance was there. We just didn't take it. So I think there is a bit of positivity for me at least. Of course, Al Hilal is a different story. Alexander Mitrovic, as we're speaking, has scored for Al Hilal. They're leading Nasaji, and crazy game. They have 2 red cards given in the first half. Uh, I mean, that's funny enough. But yeah, I think there is a bit of positivity for them, for Mumbai at least. I don't think we should be afraid. If we do get beat, it's okay. It's okay if we get beat, but we have to, like Arunava said, we took the game to them today. Mumbai took the game to them, and I want to see that in the coming games. I don't want it to be like a timid approach, because then you will get beat. They will slap you 4-0, 5-0. If you take the game, yeah, they're caught by surprise. Anything can happen. So yeah.
फर्स्ट हाफ में 13 मिनट का इंजरी टाइम.
Yeah, this is something that we also discussed in the watch along. But it's a very interesting question which we often. Shine, would you like to take this up?
I think, see, I think I think they played the same way. Mumbai City had this, but the second half, the approach of Navbahor totally changed. First half, we played to our potential. Second half, I don't think the stamina-wise Indian footballers are so bad right now. They are good. Only problem is that we didn't take our chances. That Rahul correctly said, if you would have taken that penalty, the game's complexion would have changed. And these, if you are playing in home also, under there you would be also in pressure. Whatever team you may be, when you are 1 goal down at your home, you will be under pressure. So this is not the approach. This Buckingham style remains the same, and everything was same. Navbahor was better than us in the second half. They somehow analyzed the team and they went up full guns blazing, and they got their opportunity and scored the goals. And if you see Mumbai City FC, the way they played today's game, I think there are many positives to be written, and some things we should take as a learning from this game. I would say learning, because playing we don't get often chance to play against so good quality opponent teams in Asian zone. We are getting this chance, so we can see as an opportunity to learn. And if we come back stronger next year, because next year we will not in the AFC Champions League, but still somehow I feel it's a good learning experience for our Indian players. They got this opportunity, and I don't think second half we fizzed out. I think they played better than us, and Mumbai City FC didn't have any problem. The strategy didn't change. Strategy was same, only because they were better on the second half, and that's why they went ahead. Nothing like it. I think I am very happy about Mumbai. मैं खुश हूँ भाई. If you ask me, इससे अच्छा मैंने कल भी बोला था. I didn't expect more than this. पेनल्टी मिला था, अगर हो जाता तो कुछ और कहानी होती. बट मैं करेंटली इंडियन फुटबॉल को जितना समझा हूँ इतना साल फॉलो करके, इससे ज्यादा एक्सपेक्ट करना, हम एक फिर अलग दुनिया में रह रहे हैं, रियलिटी से कुछ और ही सोच रहे हैं. It's about thinking, staying in India and expecting your standard to be a European standard. Football हम लोग वहां पहुंचे नहीं है. We have to accept that. हम लोग का फुटबॉल का स्टैंडर्ड वहां तक पहुंचा नहीं है. हम लोग कोशिश कर रहे हैं. We are improving. We are trying to improve, but we are still very, very far behind from this kind of countries, Uzbekistan, Saudi Arabia or Iran. We have to accept that. Accept नहीं करेंगे तो फिर हम तो बांग्लादेश को भी, कल तो अरुणाव ने अच्छा बोला, कल तो बांग्लादेश को एक बंदे बोल रहे थे मोहन बागान ने हराया कल, रहता तो अलग सिनेरियो होता. मोहन बागान कल मजिया को हराने में तो लग गया, वर्ल्ड कप को 2 गोल करना पड़ा लास्ट में 90 होम में, और वसुंधरा के अगेंस्ट में उड़ीसा हार गई. So this is the real scenario is this, and we are expecting that we will beat Uzbek clubs and Saudi club. And I think that is where our supporters or the followers of our Indian football should understand that we have not reached to that level. Our coach may think that beating Kuwait and Lebanon at home will make us go there, but I think we are far, far behind right now, and it will take some more time.
For me, the today's match is, as an Indian football fan, Mumbai played well, but as a neutral point of view, I think Uzbek club Navbahor dictated the game. Simple as that. They dictated the game कि उसको कैसे गेम चलाना है. मुंबई सिटी उसके अकॉर्डिंग खेला है. एज ए न्यूट्रल ये आप बोल सकते हो। बाकी एज ए इंडियन फुटबॉल फैन आप बोल सकते हो कि हमने नवंबर के सामने अच्छा खेल लिया, बाकी सही है, वो एक्सेप्ट करता हूँ। लेकिन एज ए न्यूट्रल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू आई थिंक दे डिक्टेट द गेम। इनको पता था कि कब उनको यहाँ पे इंटेंसिटी गेम में लानी है, कब उनको क्या बोलते कि हाई प्रेस जाना है, कब वो उसको क्या बोलते कि थोड़ा सा लो इंटेंसिटी रखना है, जो भी करना है। आई थिंक उनको एग्जैक्टली पता था एंड उसके अकॉर्डिंग ही उन्होंने गेम उन्होंने चलाया है। लग रहा है मुंबई सिटी ने चलाया है, लेकिन ये एक्चुअली में उन्होंने गेम रन किया है। एज ए न्यूट्रल ये आप बोलेंगे, एज ए फैन तो हमारा थोड़ा सा बायसनेस आ ही जाएगा कि भाई मुंबई सिटी ने ये कर दिया, वो सही बात है, और वो थोड़ा सा चाहिए भी, उसमें कोई डाउट नहीं है। मतलब एज ए इंडियन फुटबॉल स्टैंडर्ड के हिसाब से वो बेटर था, लेकिन एज ए ओवरऑल गेम के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से देखे तो दे डिक्टेट द गेम।
There's 106 people watching us. Please subscribe to all the 4 channels: SportsKhabri, Food and Football, and Foot, Curious Harry. We are doing these lives every night at 10 p.m. Trying to bring all the updates from the world of ISL, AFC Champions League, AFC Cup, and all the other things that are happening in Indian football across different age groups. So please do subscribe and do let us know in what ways we can improve. Coming to the second topic that we wanted to discuss today, a very, very important match tomorrow.
Could I just add something before we change the topic?
Yes, please.
Because I think very, very important things were said today, and I think I'm on one side I'm disappointed, but on the other side I feel a little bit of pride in seeing what Mumbai City did in the first half, and we shouldn't lose that. And we need to know where we stand. Again, we are 18th or 19th in Asia as per AFC rankings. We're 19th at the moment, actually. Lebanon has overtaken us again. The Uzbeks are a top 7, top 8 side in Asia in international football. And yeah, you saw the difference, the difference of Uzbek players and Indian players. And again, I hope that our national coach has watched as well, because
he has to watch this match. He has to,
but you never know what he's watching. So therefore, and take your learnings from this. How do I set up my team? How do I play? Because you will not have Royston Griffiths at your heart of your fence. You will not have TD in the heart of your fence. You don't have Yoel van Neef. At the moment, even Apuya will not be part of your team, right? So that's the only thing to add and say on this, to end this topic, and just the last thing, because you said what should Mumbai City do for the remainder. I think Mumbai City will do the same thing what they've done in the first 2 matches. They will try and play like this.
वही करना चाहिए.
And they will try to get a result, because it's to me a little bit like what Punjab FC is experienced in playing ISL teams. That you are somewhat there, but you're somewhat not, right? Even though you're challenging teams who seem to be better than you. Because I also yesterday saw again Goa is one of the potential title contenders, and Punjab FC are the new boys, but they played football. They went to Goa, they went to Fatorda and played football, and this is the good thing. This is something. The biggest development of the ISL is the way how our teams play football, try and play football at least, and not just punt the ball forward and hope someone is there and can score.
Exactly. Again, like, I just wanted to add to that. What I meant by when I said I'm hopeful for this Mumbai City team is because they played the football today. And I think when you play football, that makes a huge difference. To me, playing football is keeping the ball, ensuring it switches through midfield from one side of the field to the other. And there's like a systematic approach, which was there in Mumbai today. It's if football was just pump punted long, let the strikers head it off, and then somebody scores on the counter, then I'd worship Simon Grayson every day of the week. So it's literally that. So that's why I think there is a lot of hope for Mumbai.
You will worship more tomorrow also after the game.
Now Akshata can do the switch. Allow Akshata to switch, and then you two can fight.
Naturally.
No, guys, it's
leaving. You guys take over.
But Rahul, as a BFC fan, How has the ISL season been for you so far?
So I think first game, okay, fine, like whatever.
Fantastic,
They weren't up.
fantastic,
They were.
fantastic.
They weren't
By
up.
the by the way, Rahul, East Bengal is also one of the sides who only lost to Mohun Bagan in the final and unbeaten hai.
Yeah, yeah,
The unbeaten team.
I know. Um, the second game, I think BFC were. So what I saw in both games is when I think in the second game, especially when BFC took the game to Mohun Bagan in the first 10-15 minutes, they looked threatening. They looked like they could score. As soon as they stopped it, and Simon Grayson went back to his usual, playing the same long ball, chilling, waiting for like asking everyone to sit off. It didn't happen. Nothing happened. Of course, nothing's going to happen because you're not playing the football like we just spoke. So playing at home, of course, the fans are going to be there. I think this is good. There is going to be a positive result tomorrow. The fans are going to be there. Sunil Chetri is going to be back. There is some positivity. Of course, there's no Roshan, there's no Suresh. Huge blows. Huge blows. I think I would even play without Roshan because we have Kezia, but playing without sorry, I would even play without Suresh because we have Kezia, but playing without Roshan is going to be a huge blow. I don't know how he's going to set it up. Probably Jessel's going to play left back, and then you'll have Bhutia play right back. Because you have Sunil back, you have a couple of options up top. But I think there's a positive result here tomorrow. I think playing at home, I'm always confident. It doesn't matter who comes. Doesn't matter if it's East Bengal, if it's JDT, if it's Mohun Bagan, whoever it is, Kerala Blasters. I'm always confident at home. I think the fans make a huge difference at Continua.
मैं बीच में रोकना चाहूंगा 100+ पीपल आर वाचिंग प्लीज गाइज लाइक कीजिए ताकि और लोगों तक आप हमारा वीडियो पहुंचे तो लाइक करने में कोई जाता नहीं है तो मोस्ट इंपोर्टेंट थिंग इज टू लाइक द वीडियो जितने भी लोग देख रहे हैं लाइक कीजिए चारों चैनल में आई थिंक देख ही रहे सो लाइक करो यार
और ऐसे करके लाइक कर दीजिए
लाइक करो गाइज लाइक करो हाँ मैं तो बोलूंगा आप फूड का डिश लेके आओ पहले कहाँ है रसगुल्ला कहाँ है रसगुल्ला कहाँ है रसगुल्ला कहाँ है
बट मैं राहुल को एक चीज अक्षता आई वांट टू रिमाइंड राहुल लास्ट ईयर होम में याद है ना राहुल लास्ट ईयर होम द रिजल्ट with the half broken East Bengal we won 1-0 against BFC in Kantirawa.
So I think
याद है
again
ना?
the one
And we made Kantirawa our own. हम लोग ने Kantirawa को
Okay.
after TV took over.
Yeah, unfortunately, there are some bad memories as playing East Bengal at home. I don't know why. I remember going. There was a Robinson.
Head-to-head
Brace,
में
I think it was a
head-to-head में
3-0
East
loss
Bengal
or
आ गए हैं ना
3-1 loss. Yeah. So I think against East Bengal has been a weird. It's one of those voodoo teams, but I'm pretty confident. I'm not too bothered because it's East Bengal. I think at the end of the day, East Bengal need BFC boys to do the job. They need Clayton Silva. They need Carlos Quadrat. So at the end of the day, it's okay. We're losing to our own, even if we do.
सुनील छेत्री स्टार्टिंग
ठीक है राहुल ने मान ही लिया तो राहुल तो has given up only now.
No.
Rahul has given up. Akshata, I don't know that he's already given up. He's saying ठीक है BFC वाले लोग से हारने वाले ठीक है. But they were Clayton was rejected by you all, na?
Yeah, but it's okay. I mean, the point is, I think our boys are doing it for you, but it's good. But I think tomorrow we win. I think BFC win tomorrow.
And I'm honestly really excited to see the kind of environment that there will be tomorrow. In the stadium
By the way,
because fans are
one
gonna
second.
make sure that yes.
One second. Aruna sir, do you notice we have 2 BFC fan, not a one single fan.
Yeah,
but second fan is not defending. Second fan is not defending that club.
I don't know.
I'm more of a not really a fan. I'm like a very well wisher.
Sympathizer is the word, I think.
Not
you're looking
sympathizer.
Sympathizer.
for. Those are the most dangerous.
Rahul,
but
do you
Unamuda,
want a sympathizer for your club? Do you want a sympathizer
Yes,
for your
good.
club?
No, he will lead it because after tomorrow's loss, he will lead a sympathizer, no? Sympathy.
No,
No.
absolutely not. I think I'm one of. Regardless of where we are, 9th, 10th, 11th, relegated, I'm going to stick up for my club always. So, no
And Rahul
need.
is also an Arsenal fan, guys. Let's not forget
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
So
I've been through
he's
Yeah.
the all.
Yeah.
देखो इसने क्या मतलब कमेंट किया है राहुल तुमने सही से लिया नहीं उसने पंच मार दिया लेकिन तुमको अभी फील नहीं हो रहा है उसने बोल दिया कि आर्सेनल तो हर वक्त हारती रहती है तो इसको आदत पड़ी हुई है वो बेसिकली मैं कहने का मतलब वो था
No,
Fair
not
enough, fair
that added. I'm just saying that he's proven his loyalty those clubs.
अच्छा
That's what I'm
तो
saying.
आपको क्लैरिफाई करना चाहिए ना, आपने बोला कि आर्सेनल से फॉलो
मेरे को
करता
लगा
है तो
था
मतलब बेंगलुरु में वो हो जाएगा।
नहीं
नहीं नहीं सही बात है एक्चुअली हैरी, बट फिर भी सही बात है आई थिंक बिकॉज आर्सेनल आई मीन देयर हैज बीन अ लॉट ऑफ पेन ओवर द इयर्स and unfortunately like I mean fortunately with BFC I haven't seen that yet, I mean until these last few years, because it's always been success, so it feels a little weird now, but yeah, what
I
do you
want
do?
to know, I want to know from Rono sir, कितना प्रेशर में होगा साइमन ग्रेसन, because if the third loss is coming then what will be
No,
the
no, if he
consequences?
Siren has
loses,
already declared it's coming.
if he
नहीं
loses
नहीं नहीं
tomorrow,
नहीं,
I think
if third loss is coming then what was the consequences? वो जानना है।
I think the danger is for Simon Grayson. If he loses tomorrow, he might lose his job. Very simple. Nothing more, nothing less. But I think that again, just putting a Sunil Chhetri on the pitch, there will be a different team. And
When we start,
I also think that is East Bengal really as good as people are trying to make them at the moment?
What
You know,
people will
you
make is something after the result. No. People
no
think
no.
that the result.
But see, most of you are forgetting, and this was I was saying yesterday, right? Most of the games in the ISL have been very very close, and they could
I
have gone both
understand.
ways.
But Unav, I understand. But see, against BFC, we can give them a fight. No, BFC is not a team that we will sit back and you can say against Mohun Bagan, Mumbai City, I can agree. But BFC is not that team. And again, I'll agree.
Bhai, normally you beat Khilirpur, so what are we
नहीं
talking about, right? So
नहीं
so
साहिल
so
भाई
it's not a,
नहीं
no no no.
नहीं
The point here
So,
is also you saw
um,
yesterday Punjab and Goa. We rated Goa.
Saturday,
We've rated Goa so highly, and Punjab
हाँ
is a new team,
हाँ
right?
तो ठीक है ना,
but
difference
So
कम है.
so therefore again BFC. I also feel what Rahul feels. I felt BFC has not played that badly. Even again, the Kerala Blasters have 6 points. Have the Blasters really impressed? I don't think so.
Blasters were
Honestly.
better side than BFC in the first game. Blasters dominated the
Yeah,
first game
but
against BFC. If you see,
no, I wouldn't say they would have dominated. I think it was relatively even. Both teams looked very very nervous, and if you look against Jamshedpur, that's a 0-0 game. Therefore, I'm saying most of the matches. If you you know, the point is it's not as one-sided as it is, and you're going back into history, right? So therefore, there are a lot of subplots in this game. There are a lot of subplots. Again, the entry of Sunil, Carlos, Dimas, Clayton, Khabra returning to BFC,
issue.
right? So Nishu, sorry, not to forget Nishu. You've had Khabra play as a makeshift centre back, and he actually did quite well as that. What do you do? Lacho Nunga comes back. Do you change the formation? You know, there's a lot of things. BFC has to restructure their midfield and their whole setup. Again, Sunil Chhetri most probably will start tomorrow because of not having option. I think Findorp has to play. I was reading today that Javi and Curtis Main have not been fully fit, which to some extent would explain why Javi Hernandez has played as badly as he's played in the first 2 games. Javi Hernandez is normally one of the best players in this league. So therefore, these are all factors I feel which come in, which make this match so interesting. That's what I'm saying. And this ISL has been full of surprises so far, right? So therefore, why not? Therefore, let the 90 minutes go through. I think we'll have a fun session tomorrow between you two guys, and then we'll see. And
बट सर
हाँ.
मेरे को एक बात समझ में नहीं आया कि सैन भाई ने बोला कि बेंगलुरु को तो मतलब ईस्ट बंगाल को हराना ही चाहिए, उन्होंने बोला। तो बेंगलुरु इज द लास्ट ईयर्स मोस्ट सक्सेसफुल क्लब इन टर्म्स ऑफ द तीनों टूर्नामेंट के फाइनल खेला है, दुरात कप फाइनल खेला, जीता, आईएसएल फाइनल खेला, एंड हीरो सुपर कप का फाइनल हुआ। तो मतलब आप सैन भाई आप क्या बोल रहे हो कि आप उनको तो हराना ही है, मतलब क्या है? तो मतलब इस साल आपको आईएसएल जीतना ही चाहिए फिर, अगर आपका स्टैंडर्ड यही है
नहीं आईएस
कि भाई
नहीं
बेंगलुरु को तो
नहीं
हराना
मैंने
चाहिए हमें।
वो नहीं बोला, बिकॉज बीएफसी का जो इस बार जो मैंने बीएफसी का इस बार का जो लेवल दिया रेन पोजीशन दिया रेन, लास्ट ईयर भी उनका हालत वैसा ही था। लास्ट ईयर आपको याद होगा दोनों मैच में हम लोग ने उनको हराया था, होम और अवे दोनों गेम वी बीट देम। एंड मेरे को नहीं लगता दिस ईयर सीइंग द गेम स्टिल नाउ, मेरे को लगता है मुंबई सिटी एफसी, मोहन बागान एंड समवॉट गोवा का टीम अभी तक पहला मैच खेला, आई नॉट से उनको आस्ते आस्ते आई थिंक दे विल जेल अप। बारिंग एवरी टीम इज 19-20 और अगर हम लोग का प्लेयर को कोई अगर वी आर नॉट हैविंग एनी इंजरी इश्यूज, then we are there. Only problem will arrive when we'll have an injury issue, which will can happen in the second part of the league. Second half चलेगा.
Which will
तो मेरे को
happen, Shine. You will. The problem is
वो
in
मैं मान
today's
रहा हूँ.
football. That
वो
is
तो मैं मान रहा हूँ.
that is the real problem. And I
हाँ.
think again, Hiren, yes, on one side he's pouring oil into this fire, but again to put East Bengal on the, you beat BFC twice last season, but if you look at where BFC went and where East Bengal finished, and I say this
Exactly.
as someone who supports East Bengal, right? East Bengal was nowhere near BFC.
But
You
now
win those two
I
matches, but they
understand.
won the Durand Cup and they were in two other finals. They were at a different level.
Now the
And
last year Durand Cup.
that is something you East Bengal was lucky to play against BFC in their down phase. I would have liked East Bengal to play them in their up phase. So therefore, tomorrow is
डाउन
again
तो हम लोग ही किए थे ना. डाउन तो हम ही किए थे 2 बार हरा के. तो वापस तो बाद में आया हम लोग के मैच के बाद से. अरे आपको तो
so
समझना है.
therefore they turned around.
हाँ.
No,
अरे
but
जितना
the
Trying,
point
trying
is,
to say that the team will further support the downward trajectory, and then
no, tomorrow is
trajectory
it's
will
very
work.
simple. For BFC, it's very simple. If they lose, tata bye bye.
But
If
Unav,
by
the
any
one
chance
thing,
win, if they
Unav,
win by
see, we have made this calculation. It's our coach has made this calculation. He has said in Kolkata, 35 points पाने के लिए पहला 3 में हम लोग को 5 पॉइंट का जरूरत है. That's the minimum. और अगर हम बहुत अच्छा करें तो 7 पॉइंट में पहुंच सकते हैं. सो फर्स्ट अगर हम लोग कल 1 पॉइंट भी पाता है, देखिए अब फर्स्ट 6 में जाने के लिए वी हैव टू गेट कल 1 पॉइंट अगर हम लोग को मिलता है, इट्स अ अवे गेम फॉर अस. BFC it's onus is on BFC to score a goal and get the winner tomorrow. हमारे लिए क्या, हम लोग पहला मैच वी डोमिनेट अगेंस्ट जमशेदपुर हम लोग जीत नहीं पाए. ये कोई नहीं बोलेगा दैट हम लोग आउट ऑफ प्लेस थे. वी प्लेड बेटर देन जमशेदपुर. सेकंड गेम में इट वाज इवन स्टीवंस गेम. क्लेटन्स ब्रिलियंस गिव अस दैट गेम. दैट विल हैपन बिकॉज़ वी हैव सम प्लेयर्स हु कैन मेक द डिफरेंस. थर्ड गेम टुमारो अगेंस्ट BFC we have to get 1 point. See, we are making this calculation. 35 points पाने के लिए हम लोग को क्या क्या करना है. 35 points में अगर हम उस जोन में पहुंच जाते हैं, we are through. हम लोग टॉप 6 में जाएंगे. तो एक एक मैच we are going by one by match, and quadrat का हिसाब से what he is saying in Kolkata that we are planning by, and we believe in our coach, or our coach is the magician, and I thoroughly believe
people
that.
who are
And
following the conversation, Cheyenne.
लेकिन
तो I
बिगेस्ट आई थिंक जो इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन इज आस्क्ड बाय सागर इज अबाउट द होलीचरण नाजरी. मतलब मैंने एक्सपेक्ट किया था कि
Injured. And this is apple juice, just as an info, Lord Baker. Might look different to other people, but that's apple juice. Yeah.
I think Rohit Danusis probably starts tomorrow on the wings.
बट वो राहुल तुमको कॉन्फिडेंस देता है रोहित दानू स्टार्ट करेगा?
नहीं उतना नहीं, बट रोशन नहीं है तो I think we have to.
He has to do something, right? He has to do something with the team. And again, as Rahul correctly said, missing Roshan and the versatility of Roshan, because you can play him here, there, everywhere, that will be missed. Suresh has not played well so far. I thought Windop was the best midfield foreigner or midfielder actually whenever he's played. So therefore, I guess he would come in tomorrow most probably. So let's see how they do, because BFC has a lot of questions to answer. Do you stay with Damjanovic and Jovanovic at the back? What do you do up front? Curtis Main. Yeah. That's it will be interesting. BFC is under a lot of pressure, but I think what BFC's big asset will be tomorrow. It's the first home game of the season. The West Block will be out in numbers, and I was also impressed by the West Block during the India games that I was there in the summer during the SAF semi and the final. So therefore, that is something. And again, East Bengal fans will be there in numbers as well. There are a lot of East Bengal fans who live, or Bengalis who live in Bangalore, Tech City. Some will travel. So therefore, I think it should be a nice atmosphere.
They're traveling.
Shaggy, do let us know how are the preparations coming along for tomorrow, because Shaggy, I know, is actively involved.
Rahul, are you also going for the tomorrow's match?
Unfortunately, I can't stand, so I can't go. No, but I want to.
Shine,
वो मैच हम
organize
लोग बना
him a
लेंगे ना
wheelchair, na. Shine, organize him a wheelchair and get him to the stadium, na. Be a good
वो कर
fan.
सकते हाँ वो तो हम लोग ऑलवेज डू वी आर ऑलवेज देयर राहुल यहाँ पर आएगा तो हम लोग उनको बहुत बहुत
अरे
होगा
उधर आने
सम्मान
से
यहाँ
तो
पर
he can't get to Kolkata. He wants to go only to to Kantirava.
कांति रवा के लिए जाने के लिए हम लोग को अगर करना पड़े तो क्या बोलूं फिर
No, but one thing's for sure.
But-
I first game, home game. I think it's going to be fun. Fans are going to be up for it. Roshan saying, how will BFC receive Quadrat? I'm actually very intrigued. I don't know how BFC will receive Quadrat.
And it
because-
has been negative, right? In the recent past, it has been
Yeah.
negative. I remember the Robin Singh episode where it was really nasty. And then he went, I think he scored even for East Bengal, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
So therefore, it will be interesting. And it's not only him; it's Quadrat, it's Dimas Delgado also on the bench. You have especially Khabra, who has been a fan favorite before he left last year for the Blasters. So there you've got quite a few of fan favorites of the BFC and of the West Block Blues playing in other colors tomorrow. But it could be interesting depending on what color BFC play. East Bengal might play in a sky blue. I saw the release of the new jersey. Looked very, very nice today.
First chance
Also,
for us to wear our
BFC
home kit. Yeah, Akshita.
No, I'll say BFC have also signed a couple of sponsorship deals in the last couple of days. So on that front, they are doing really well. So just watch out their social media and see the comparison with what BFC has been doing on the commercial side as compared to some of the other clubs. So that's also very fascinating on how they're approaching things from that direction.
अच्छा मेरे को अक्षता मेरा एक क्वेश्चन है
मेरा भी क्वेश्चन है आप पूछे सैन भाई आप पहले पूछे
अरुण कुमार इज सेइंग दैट बीएफसी को क्या चिन्नास्वामी में खेलना चाहिए बाउंड्री शॉट होता है
मेरा क्वेश्चन है टू बीएफसी सिंपैथाइजर व्हाट श्योर यू अबाउट
ईस्ट बंगाल फुटबॉल टीम खेल रहे हैं ईस्ट बंगाल न्यू स्पॉन्सर तो मिला क्रिकेट टीम के लिए ना उसके लिए क्रिकेट खेल रहा है क्या
हम लोग का तो है हम लोग का
सैन भाई मेरा क्वेश्चन है टू बीएफसी सिंपैथाइजर कि व्हाट्स योर व्यू अबाउट टुमारोस मैच हाउ डू यू सी
to give sympathy after the loss
I know.
राहुल को थोड़ा सा
before sympathizers speak Hiren you had a lot of respect for ma'am हाँ ma'am को तुमको इतने डायरेक्ट
तो मेरे को वाई आपके थ्रू करना पड़ेगा वाई आपके थ्रू करना पड़ेगा
there's another platform called tackle from behind this was a tackle from behind भाई तुम जो किक कर दिया
but I have a strong feeling. I think BFC are going to win tomorrow.
For sure.
1-0. Sunil is back. It's a home game. The spirit that the Bangalore fans are going to bring to the stadium is going to be crazy. I have full faith kal jeetne wale. Upar se two losses. I'm sure Sunil will come back with a lot of positive things to say to the people in the team as well, right? Like they'll be all charged up. So he'll come with that winning momentum and we'll win.
There's a Sunil Shetty winner in this, Sunil Shetty winner in this.
नहीं वो आके बोलेंगे एशियन गेम्स में हम लोग जैसे खेले वैसे ही खेलेंगे यहाँ पर और हारेंगे कोई बात
No, but Asian Games, no. Sorry. Shine, you have one mistake. No? Asian Games level is so high, and the coach prepared the team so well that Sunil is so ready to play this. So you've got no chance, no.
But he's got no resting time. I don't think he'll start tomorrow for sure. I don't think he'll start. Do you think?
मेरे को भी मुश्किल लग रहा है
Sunil is crazy enough. Sunil is crazy
स्टार्ट
enough.
करेगा वैसे ऑप्शन
And
नहीं
uska fitness level, I saw that when I was
saw him
in
training
Bangalore.
videos. I don't know. Did you see the training videos by any
Yes.
chance? Like in the last couple of
Yes.
days, he's training like a mad dog.
So Sunil Chhetri's fitness level are better than most 22-year-old Indian national team players, right? So this is a sensation. Sunil is just incredible. What physical fitness! I remember after the SAF victory, I asked his father because I don't know. Do follow Kharga Chhetri, the father of Sunil Chhetri, who does all his exercises. And I said, "Uncle, you're so fit. I mean, are you trying to challenge your son now in some sort of way?" I said, "No chance. This boy is just magical, right?" So therefore, and it's not just Sunil as a player. I think this BFC team needs that attitude. The same thing as with the Indian team. Sunil Chhetri brings an attitude. Abhishek, I agree to that as well. I think that is something that could boost BFC. But again, East Bengal, coming off positives, and I think Quadrat has done very, very well so far in his first few weeks at East Bengal. With also, honestly, to say, with the material that he has at his disposal. So therefore, there are a lot. As I said, there's a lot of subplots tomorrow. Therefore, I'm really, really looking forward to this one. It should be an exciting football match and a lot of banter in the stadium. Yeah, these are the.
I want to know from Rahul. Tomorrow's is a sold out, or what's what's the status?
Not sure, Hiren, actually, because I didn't quite check for tickets. I wanted to get mine booked this week, but I couldn't. So I haven't checked yet.
हम लोग कर देंगे sold out. हम लोग कर देंगे sold out.
No, but you don't have to worry. But I'm pretty sure even if it is
send
4,000-5,000 West Block Blues, you'll hear
Enough.
them. You'll hear them for sure.
नहीं सेंड
4-5,000
बोलूंगा तो आपको बुरा लग
What is
जाएगा
the
भाई,
full
क्या रहने दो आप
I'm
रहने
saying
दो.
worst case, Shine. Worst case, I'm saying.
4-5 हजार होगा कल. कितना होगा? कितना expect कर रहे हो आप?
No, easily at least 10 to 15,000 is the expectation. But
ठीक है.
yeah.
Weekdays में सही है. That's not bad. Not bad.
No, but even if it is a little lesser because it's a weekday, we'll still turn up and we'll still make noise. So that is a guarantee
That's
for sure.
good.
I would think that a game like tomorrow, I think we'll get about 15,000-17,000 fans. I think that's in the region. And I think 10,000-12,000 will be BFC, and another 4,000-5,000 East Bengal fans will surely turn up. So therefore, again, should be fun atmosphere. These are the kind of matches you want to go, right? These are the kind of games in Indian club football that one loves to see. Just enjoy the atmosphere. I think that's, and it's going to be overall good, but sometimes going to be a little it's an interesting one, and again, yeah, it's for BFC. It's, I think, at this early juncture of the season, a very, very important game. As Shine, as Shaggy has said in the chat, you watered down from a win to a draw. East Bengal can live with the draw. BFC cannot live with the draw. BFC need a win because they need to kickstart the season. Otherwise, again, it's let's see.
And I'm really hoping the refereeing tomorrow is good, because if it's not, at least यहाँ पे तो लड़ाई हो सकती है. कहीं और का नहीं पता.
Is this coming from a Liverpool fan? Have you seen, there was this fun picture going around Germany today which shows that actually Diaz was offside, but the late line was not straight. It was done like this sort of. No, but it's again, it's an exciting game, and again, the ISL is already heating up this early in the season, again with the games in the next few days. This is again, that shows you the gulf of standard in women's football, right? And we are not even anywhere close. I mean, if we played against the North Koreans, it most probably would have gone double digits. So therefore, let's not even go into that area. Those are the
dangerous territory.
So let's stick to the men's game, and let's stick to the ISL. I think we'll come back to the national team discussions, and
Offended.
But while we're on this, please follow Shaggy Worker on Twitter. He covers everything around Indian women's football. So please do follow Shaggy Worker. He's also building a platform where he's talking.
And Roshan as well.
Yes, Roshan as well, please. Yes.
Roshan G.Cape. Those two guys always trying to share stuff that they see and read about women's, or about women's football. Shaggy based in Bangalore, Roshan based in
North Korea is a very good in women's football. Very good.
Yeah, they have been, and they are. And again, let's put it this way: they have been having a weaker phase in the last few years. Of course, due to COVID, they also didn't participate, so they opted out of certain qualifiers as well due to COVID. And it's Japan, Korea North, Korea South, and the Chinese who are sort of the top four in women's football in Asia. But let's see what happens there. And one last thing, we spoke about it yesterday. Are you disappointed about the lack of reactions to what the Subrata Mukherjee Cup organizers did yesterday with banning 15 teams with overage players, that I felt there's not that much of a discussion on social media.
I know Asian Games are taking away a lot of limelight from these things. Plus, I think with the World Cup coming up, unfortunately, the timing of this has sort of taken away things from like one major reason.
Yeah. Anything more to discuss tonight, or Hiren bolo?
I want to know वुमेन्स में भी मतलब एज फ्रॉड है कि उसमें नहीं है.
विमेंस फुटबॉल में एज फ्रॉड की वजह से काफी चीजें हैं जो नहीं सही हो सकती थी पर नहीं हुई.
So therefore you see 13 14 year olds playing at the senior level, right? Check नहीं होता अब तक. But it'll come. But again, I felt the scary part is that you threw out 15 teams and you were actually only checking 4 boys per team.
Team, exactly.
So
मेरे
it
को भी वो
would have
surprise
been
लगा.
interesting if no. But that's
players.
See you तुम्हारा 4 player out of a squad, let's say 16, 18 players which you have. Who is what was it?
कॉन्स्टेंटाइन वापस जाने का प्लान बना रहा है रोशन भाई.
नहीं मेरा उनसे बात हुआ. आई एम सेइंग इट. आई हैड अ टॉक डिस्कशन विद हिम यस्टरडे ओवर कॉल. ही इज करेंटली इन लाहौर में वो है अभी. उनको 2 मैचेस के लिए अभी ही इज देयर. ही इज क्वाइट अनश्योर अबाउट हिज फ्यूचर देयर. उनको पता नहीं है क्या है नहीं है. ही इज गेटिंग सम प्लेयर्स टू गेट रेडी. उनके जितने भी बाहर के प्लेयर्स हैं वो जब they will just join before the game against Cambodia. They are playing the 2 games. So तभी पता चलेगा. Not much of difference उनके हिसाब से. इंडिया और के पीपल में खाने के उतना डिफरेंस नहीं आ रहा है. But the main difference is structure. I think structure is कुछ है ही नहीं है. But अगर उनको सपोर्ट मिले, वो बोल रहे थे that if it's fear और अगर if they can keep them there, because वहां पर एक फीफा बैन का और भी बात चल रहा है, right? So एक चीज है. So he's looking at that part also. I think I don't know. I think he's a very good national team coach, one of the very good finest coaches who have come in India and done very good job. And he deserves. I think he gets all my respect for his work he has done for the Indian football. I am sure under him, Pakistan football, if he's there, given a better chance, given a more chance over there, and he can take Pakistan football forward from there, because he's a coach who would give his all heart out for that. And I think I, being one of his strong ardent supporter, I have no problem saying that, and I believe that उनका जो विजन है उसको मैं सल्यूट करता हूँ. एंड आई थिंक पाकिस्तान फुटबॉल को आगे ले जा सकते हैं इफ ही इज गिवन दैट चांस एंड टाइम. आई बिलीव इन. जो कंप्लेन ज्यादा नहीं करेगा. उनका अगर वो सा कंट्री में तो कंप्लेन होना ही है, but at least he will try his level best. What I know about him, he'll try. He'll give his best.
That's also one
I
question.
will just add to that. I think knowing Stephen, and again he's worked in adverse situations, especially in Africa, but even also his first international job in Nepal wasn't easy at the time. He's able to adopt. His biggest advantage in Pakistan will be the overseas players. So if those Brits and the Danish boys come in, he will understand the mentality. And his biggest advantage of now working with Pakistan is that he's worked long time in India, has also worked 2 years in Nepal. So he does understand the psyche of South Asia. That's very important. And he's someone who is very, very focused and who can get the best result out of a team. And that is something which, again, they need against Cambodia. So therefore, like Shayan said, I think Stephen is a very, very good choice for Pakistan at this stage, and with all the problems that Pakistan football is facing at the moment.
For me, sir, I think that's why he chose the Pakistan job, क्योंकि उनको पता था कि POA players मिलेंगे. Otherwise, I don't think so. That was the reason, I think, for the go for the job. क्योंकि उसको पता है कि भाई POA players मिलेंगे. अगर POA players नहीं मिलते, I don't think so कि वो job लेता हो. 100%.
You never know. See, the situation with coaches
पैसा एक
you are
रीजन हो सकता
seeing-
है दूसरा.
No. The point is, it's a 1 month job. Sorry, it's a 2-month job to
Two
start
match.
off with, right?
हाँ.
So it's 2 matches. So you're preparing for that. And the point for him is, you've got nothing to lose. People are expecting in Pakistan they're expecting a lot, because I remember people in Pakistan, I know friends of mine who said, listen, despite going to India and playing India in the SAF, we need to get a result. And I like, yeah, but you're coming like, I don't know, 10 hours before a game. So therefore, it's somewhat similar to what we have in India with the
So we
realistic
can't.
approach. So where do we stand? But for him, I think he's got a good understanding. He's an experienced guy at that international level. So for the PFF normalization committee, the federation is not, there is no federation properly running. It's a normalization committee installed by FIFA. For them, it's a good decision to bring in someone like Steven, who also of course has his FIFA connects. So so that all of that, I think it makes sense.
Deepak has asked a question about why Igor wants to stick with India. Please watch the video that 420 grams created a couple of days back. You'll find the perfect answer and the detailed answer to that question.
That is one, and also we've made a lot of videos about this topic over the last few months. So
हमने काफी डिस्कस किया है.
I know we've discussed it at length. So if you do have time, look at older episodes. We've got some gems on these topics, or even the discussion on India versus Pakistan pre-SAF with our friends from North America and England, who are Pakistanis and Indians, also talking about the PIO issue. So let's see what happens.
Guys, great discussion. Really looking forward to the match tomorrow for both, of course, from the perspective of Indian football, and because there will be a lot of entertainment in this podcast tomorrow. So,
And one I think एक मैं सूचना देना चाहता हूँ बिफोर द एंडिंग. कल सबको, जितने भी लोग हमारे साथ जुड़ेंगे और सभी पैनलिस्ट से मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि कल हेलमेट लेके आइए. आप हेलमेट पहन के कल हम करेंगे पोस्ट मैच.
We will have paper napkins ready for either side to
नहीं, इधर पेपर नैपकिन्स फॉर वहां पर तो दो है, एक मैडम है और एक राहुल है, सिंपैथाइजर एंड
little bit more respect, Ayan and Hiren, a little bit more respect for Akshata. Otherwise, she will not join our discussions. If you guys behave like this, please.
फिर मैं कभी डिसरेस्पेक्टफul बात नहीं करता. I never do.
मैं करता हूँ क्या?
अच्छा, before-
नहीं तो उसका क्या मतलब है? मैं करता हूँ.
Okay. Guys, before we end the podcast, Hiren, you had a question that you wanted to ask Shayan, right, before the podcast ends.
अच्छा, साइन भाई से मेरा क्वेश्चन.
We discussed the question yesterday that we'll be asking Shayan a question before the end of every podcast.
Yes, वो मैंने बीच में पूछ लिया लेकिन मैं फैन से भी चाहूंगा कि आप सब भी रिक्वेस्ट कीजिए. आप जब भी साइन भाई के चैनल पे जाइए, चैट में फुटबॉल से ज्यादा फूड के क्वेश्चन डालिए. मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा सभी से, आप फूड से उस चैट को भर दीजिए और पूछिए कि फूड का वीडियो कब आ रहा है. जब तक वो फूड का वीडियो नहीं डालते तब तक हम ये मुहिम चलाएंगे और हर रोज उनसे पूछेंगे कि भाई फूड का वीडियो कब आ रहा है. दिस इज माय रिक्वेस्ट टू ऑल दी फैंस जो भी देख रहे हैं हमारे साथ भाई लोग.
And I support this. Otherwise, soon we will start a Lal Jhanda Michil or whatever. No, we'll use all kinds of colors. Then we'll start a movement that Shayan.
This is
Indian food and football. This is disrespect. This is disrespectful to food.
Food
What he's
racism.
doing on his channel.
We will not accept any racism against food. We will stand behind them.
We will stand behind food. All kinds of food.
Some vegan options also, Shayan, of course.
Achha, and
Definitely.
Deepak, very nice. Today is hilarious Harry. So the names Hiren, from curious to furious, now hilarious. It's getting better and better. So therefore, yes, guys. And the important thing is, guys, this is friendly banter. No one takes it personally. We're having a little bit of fun. We're trying to, also enjoy ourselves in these kind of conversations, and maybe also learn something from one another, and also from you guys, if you help us as well. So therefore, do share it, and as I always say, do share the channels, share Sports Khabri, share Indian food and football, especially go to Indian food and football. As Harry has said, khana kahan hai? Just ask that question, nothing more, in the chat whenever Shine does something on his own, not into our chat. It's only in his own, not no joint productions. And of course, Curious Harry, who is we would have to do sub channels now. Curious Harry, Furious Harry,
Furious,
Hilarious
Harry,
Harry,
Hilarious
yes.
Harry.
and I hope Rahul seems to be in pain. So therefore, bhai, all the best, that you get well soon, and hopefully BFC helps you tomorrow and get well soon.
Yes.
But also again, with Shine, that also again, sadly in football, two teams can't win. But again, we look forward to a good game tomorrow. I think that's the most important. Good game, great atmosphere at the Kanti Rava, and that we'll have an enjoyable discussion and not talk about some wrong decisions, weird things have happened again.
Yeah.
So that's my only wish for tomorrow night.
Great.
Thank you guys. See you tomorrow.
Like,
you.
share, and subscribe as always.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.